Fare thee well. Interior Veterinary Hospital Day. Music in. The music runs throughout the film while there is no dialogue. The examination room is cold and clinical. Pictures of animals in cutesy poses, counterpoint flea and tick advertisements along the wall. Mary, late 20s, early 40s, holds her small dog Scout in her arms. Doctor, 30s to 50s, slaps an x-ray of Scout's heart up onto the light. His hands circle the center of the image. He gesticulates while he describes the fatal issues Scout is experiencing. Mary clutches Scout tighter and starts to cry. Doctor stands awkwardly. He hesitates. Doctor asks the question. Mary shakes her head no and clings to Scout. Interior Mary's apartment later. Mary is sitting on her couch watching Scout eat dry kibble out of his bowl. She has been crying. A speck of dry food hits the ground. Mary watches it roll. She smirks. Cut to interior butcher shop moments later. The glass display case is a treasure trove of meat. Mary's face fogs up the glass in front of the steaks. She stands up to see the butcher, any age, standing with his arms crossed, waiting for her to make a decision. Mary holds up 2 fingers. Cut to interior Mary's apartment, dining room, later. A plate of cut-up raw steak is placed on a lovely dining room table. The table has a tablecloth, candles lit, and place settings. She places her plate down across from the raw plate. Scout is placed in front of the raw steak plate. He immediately goes to town on the steak. Mary sits down across from Scout, cuts into her steak, and smiles. Exterior street, the next day. Mary and Scout are going for a walk. Scout is pulling at the leash, trying to go faster. Mary crouches down and puts her finger in Scout's face. She rubs Scout's throat and back. Scout is panting heavily. Mary sighs, then smiles sadly. Exterior park, moments later. Mary and Scout are walking over by a tree. Mary stops, points down at Scout, and Scout sits. Close up, Scout's collar is unclipped. Close up, rubber ball. We see Mary holding a rubber ball in front of Scout. Scout will not let the ball out of his sight. Mary rears back and hurls the ball down the lawn of the park. Scout sprints after it. We watch Mary watch Scout run after the ball. She starts to tear up. She starts clapping and crouches down as Scout brings the ball back. Mary has to wrestle the ball out of Scout's mouth. Once the ball is finally retrieved, Scout is out of breath. Mary holds the ball up to Scout's face. Scout's tail wags. Mary stands back up. She is full-blown crying now. She pulls her arm back and holds it there for a second. Is this what she wants to do? She looks back down at Scout, who can barely contain himself. She throws the ball as hard and far as she possibly can. Wide shot. From far away in silhouette, we see Scout running after the ball. Mary stands at the other end of the shot, also in silhouette. Scout grabs the ball and turns back to Mary. Scout's silhouette falls over. Mary's silhouette bends over, crying. She stands up straight, pulls herself together, and starts walking towards Scout. Close up. Mary is walking, tracks of tears on her cheeks, towards her fallen companion. She arrives at Scout's lifeless body. Scout still has the ball in his mouth. Mary smiles, black.